Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well. And today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 12th and 13th of May 2024. Let's start with our session. The very first question is, recently where was the 5th joint group of customs meeting between India and Bhutan held? So the 5th joint group of customs meeting between India and Bhutan recently convened on 6th and 7th of May 2024 in Leh, Ladakh. Okay, and meeting was co-chaired by the officials from both the nations, where the discussions were centered on bilateral matters like new land custom stations, trade routes, infrastructure, then digitalization, smuggling prevention, and the coordinated cross-border management. So Bhutan has praised India's support for capacity building and the cross-border trade initiatives through different workshops and bilateral agreement, where they have expressed the gratitude for ongoing collaboration. Okay, so what was the venue for the 5th edition of this joint group of customs meeting between India and Bhutan? This is Leh, Ladakh. Okay, now here our keyword is meeting, and in the next slide we will see some of the important meetings that were in news. The very first question is, recently where was the first joint committee meeting between India and Australia held? This was the inaugural joint committee meeting between the two countries, India and Australia, and the venue for this meeting was Canberra in the country Australia. Okay. Recently where was the meeting of the defense ministers of Shanghai Cooperation Organization held? This is Astana, and Astana lies in the country Kazakhstan, right? And if you talk about Kazakhstan, one more meeting took place here recently. This is the 19th annual meeting of secretaries of the Security Councils of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Okay, what is this? This is the 19th annual meeting of Secretaries of Security Councils of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The venue for this meeting was again Astana, Kazakhstan. Recently, where was the 4th meeting of Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee on United Nations Plastics Treaty held? This is Ottawa in Canada. Okay. Recently, which country hosted the G20 Second Employment Working Group meeting? Answer would be Brazil. Recently, where was the 148th Inter-Parliamentary Union meeting held? This recently took place in Geneva in the country Switzerland. Fine. Now the next question is, which state recently launched the Pirul Lao Paise Pao campaign to prevent the forest fires in the state? So this is the state Uttarakhand. The government of Uttarakhand has launched a campaign named as Pirul Lao Paise Pao campaign, which aims to tackle the forest fire. Supreme Court expresses the concern over fires that claimed 5 lives recently. Forest destruction and air pollution prompt action, and CM Dhami launches this campaign where they have requested public involvement, including the cooperatives and the youth groups. So campaign entails collecting pine tree leaves for the payment of 50 rupees per kg, and the collected leaves would be sold to the industries. Tehsildars oversee the collection centers, and basic goal here is to prevent further forest devastation. Okay, so Pirul Lao Paise Pao campaign has been initiated by the Uttarakhand state. Now let's see some state related current affairs. The first question is, recently the term doubtful voter or D-voter has been primarily used in which Indian state? This is the state Assam, and during India's general election, D-voters were a significant issue in Assam, and it is someone whose citizenship status is uncertain during the creation of the National Register of the Citizens, that is NRC, in Assam. So legal ambiguity surrounds the term, and those who are classified under this would undergo a verification process, and D-voters are totally ineligible to vote or stand for office until their citizenship status is resolved. Okay, where debate has been prompted and scrutiny would be conducted during the electoral processes. Okay, so the term doubtful voter, or you can say D-voter, has been primarily used in the Assam state. Recently, Indian Army's Kharga Corps and the Indian Air Force have conducted a joint exercise named as Gagan Shakti 2 in which Indian state? This is the state Punjab. Recently, which state launched the School on Wheels initiative? This is the initiative of Manipur state. Which states are related with the dispute of Mulla Periyar Dam recently seen in the news? Simply, you have to tell me Mulla Periyar Dam is associated with which two states? This is Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Recently, Adani Green Energy Limited has secured $400 million green loan for its under construction solar projects in which state? These states are Rajasthan and Gujarat. Okay. Recently, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare inaugurated a Krishi Integrated Command and Control Center at which place? Here answer would be New Delhi. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has launched the Krishi ICC at Krishi Bhavan in New Delhi. And this initiative utilizes tech like artificial intelligence, remote sensing and GIS for informed agricultural decision making. So it consolidates geospatial data from sources such as Digital Crop Survey and Unified Portal for agricultural statistics. And the Krishi ICCC aims to monitor the farm sector effectively so as to enhance the productivity and the market intelligence. Okay, so Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has inaugurated this center at New Delhi. Now let's talk about some of the important and the recent inaugurations. The first question is, recently India's first multi-purpose green hydrogen pilot project was inaugurated in which Indian state? India's first multi-purpose green hydrogen pilot project has been initiated in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Recently, Indian Coast Guard Aquatic Center has been inaugurated at which place? This is the Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. The center has been inaugurated in Rameshwaram in the state of Tamil Nadu. Recently, where was the India's first indoor athletics and aquatic center inaugurated? India's very first indoor athletics and aquatic center has been inaugurated in Bhubaneswar. Okay. Recently, a state-of-the-art submersible platform for acoustic characterization and evaluation, that is SPACE, was inaugurated in which Indian state? Answer is Kerala. And last is, recently where was the National Dairy Mela and Agricultural Exhibition inaugurated? This exhibition has been inaugurated in Jharkhand state. Okay. AlphaFold, which is an artificial intelligence model, recently developed by which company? Here correct answer is Google, that is B option. Google DeepMind has unveiled AlphaFold 3, which is an AI model company that has been developed with Isomorphic Labs. So it accurately predicts the molecular structures and interactions, including the human DNA, aiding the drug design and disease targeting. So it models the proteins, DNA, RNA and small molecules, revealing their 3D structures and chemical modifications that are crucial for the cellular functions. So AlphaFold 3 diffused network offers insights into biological complexities, which helps in understanding the drug actions, hormone production and DNA repair for improved medical research and treatment. Fine. So AlphaFold is an artificial intelligence model of which company? Of Google. Okay. Let's talk about some of the important companies that came into news. The very first question is, which company has recently unveiled the CSIM, India's first large language model? Here answer would be Setu. Setu is a prominent Indian fintech company under the Pine Labs group, and they have launched the CSIM, which is India's pioneering large language model, which is tailored for the BFSI sector. Okay, and it is created in partnership with indigenous AI research firm named as the Sarvam AI. Fine. So CSIM signifies a major leap in AI integration within the financial services, and this innovative initiative aims to enhance the efficiency and the customer experiences in banking, financial services and insurance. Okay, and it marks a notable milestone in the industry's embrace of advanced AI technologies, right? So CSIM, which is India's first large language model, has been recently unveiled by Setu. Which asset management company has recently launched India's first Nifty non-cyclical index fund? Here answer would be the Grow Mutual Fund. Okay. Phi3 Mini, which is an AI model recently developed by which company? This is an AI model of Microsoft. Which company has recently introduced a new Vasa 1 AI model, which is a framework designed to generate lifelike talking faces for the virtual characters? Again, answer is Microsoft. Which company recently introduced its most capable large language model, that is Llama 3? So this is a large language model of Meta company. Fine. Next is, which organization recently released a report titled as Amplifying the Global Value of the Earth Observation? Here correct answer would be the World Economic Forum, that is C option. And the World Economic Forum's report has been released, which highlights the Earth observation technology's economic potential, estimating a $3.8 trillion contribution to the global GDP from 2023 up to 2030. Okay, so it would encompass remotely sensed and in situ data collection, which offers different insights in across the sectors. Agriculture benefits from precision techniques, while energy sectors utilize the EO for the forecasting and operations management. So mining gains insights for mineral exploration, and also the Earth observation helps in climate efforts with applications like early wildlife detection and greenhouse gas monitoring. Potentially it would reduce over 2 billion tons of carbon dioxide annually by the end of 2030. Okay, what's inside the report is not at all important. Only thing we have to remember is this is the report from the World Economic Fund. Headquarters of IMF lies in Washington DC. Headquarters of World Bank lies in Washington DC. Headquarters of World Economic Forum lies in Switzerland, and headquarters of WMO also lies in Switzerland. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the important organizations that were in news. The first question is, Agenda 2063 recently seen in the news is related to which organization? So here correct answer is African Union, which comprises of total 55 member states. Why it came into news? Because recently they have condemned the Israeli military's incursion onto Rafah, which is the southern Gaza actually, and they have requested the international community to halt the deadly escalation of the conflict. So AU was established in the year 2002 by replacing the Organization of African Unity, and basic aim of African Union is to foster unity, cooperation and development among the African nations. Okay, and it seeks an integrated, prosperous and peaceful Africa through Agenda 2063, which actually emphasizes the African-led initiatives. So it was in news these days and it is associated with the African Union. World Migration Report 2024 recently released by which organization? This is the report from International Organization for Migration. Which organization recently released the Recipe for a Livable Planet, Achieving Net Zero Emissions in the Agri-Food System report? This was the report from World Bank. Lakshya aircraft recently seen in the news is designed and built by which organization? This is the aircraft from DRDO. And last is, which organization of India recently organized #Play True campaign to create awareness about the clean sport? This is National Anti-Doping Agency. Okay. According to Global Electricity Review 2024 report, India surpassed which country to become third largest solar power generator? Here correct answer would be the country Japan. India has surpassed Japan to become the world's third largest solar power generator in 2023, and solar energy accounted for a record 5.5% of global electricity, with India generating 5.8%. Okay, and the solar energy's global generation expanded over 6 times since 2015. By the end of 2030, solar energy is projected to contribute 22% to the global electricity, which is crucial for combating the climate change, and India aims for 50% of non-fossil fuel based energy by the end of 2030, right? So your correct answer is Japan. India has surpassed Japan country to become third largest solar power generator. Now let's see some important countries that were in news. The first question is, recently which country has urged the US to change its classification from non-market economy to market economy? This is the country Vietnam. Vietnam has requested US to reclassify them from non-market to market economy. Despite being a vital US trading partner and counterbalancing China's influence, Vietnam remains non-market for over 2 decades, and US determines status based on various criteria. 12 nations including Russia and China fall under non-market classification. Okay, so this is the country Vietnam. Next is, Batagi crater recently seen in the news is located in which country? Here correct answer would be Russia. Actually, as per a report from 1991 to 2018, it is considered that its area has been tripled actually, okay, and it indicates the alarming pace of environmental change in the region. That's why it came into news. Simply we have to remember that this crater lies in the country Russia. Recently, which country became the first to get $100 billion in the remittances? This is the country India. Which country has recently introduced an AI generated spokesperson named as Victoria She? Answer would be Ukraine. Ukraine has introduced an AI generated spokesperson named as Victoria She. Pakistan recently launched their first ever lunar mission named as iCube Qamar in collaboration with which country? For this purpose, Pakistan has collaborated with the country China. Next is Bambi bucket operation recently seen in the news is associated with which Indian state? Actually, in response to the forest fires in Uttarakhand's Pauri Garhwal sector, Indian Air Force has deployed Mi-17V5 helicopters for the Bambi bucket operations, and this specialized firefighting technique involves suspending a container beneath a helicopter, filling it from a water source and then releasing it over the wildfires in the inaccessible areas. So globally, helicopters are often utilized in such firefighting efforts due to their versatility and effectiveness, right? So Bambi bucket operation is associated with the forest fire of Uttarakhand, okay? Correct answer is B option. Now here our keyword is operation, and now let's see some of the important operations that were in news. The first question is, recently which armed force conducted exercise Purvi Leher on the eastern coast under the operational control of the Eastern Naval Command? This is Indian Navy. What is the official name of Israel's operation for intercepting the drones and missiles that were launched by Iran? So the official name of Israel's operation was Operation Iron Shield. Purpose was to intercept the drones and missiles that were launched by Iran. Which Indian Coast Guard ship has recently conducted a prompt operation and safely rescued 27 Bangladeshi fishermen? This is Amok, Indian Coast Guard ship Amok, okay. What is the name of the operation recently launched by India to evacuate Indian nationals from Haiti? This is Operation Indravati, fine. And last is Operation Rising Sun, recently seen in the news, is related to which one of the following? So Operation Rising Sun is associated with smuggling of the foreign origin gold, okay. The next question is, recently where was the 6th edition of the Commandants Conclave held? So the 6th Commandants Conclave recently convened in Pune, and it was hosted by HQ Integrated Defence Staff. Commandants of esteemed armed forces training institutions and war colleges alongside senior leadership have strategized on future defense strategies, where they have exchanged different insights, shared the best practices, and discussed the topics like strategic resilience, technological advancement, and human capital development. So this event highlighted the commitment to innovation and collaboration in training the future leaders amidst evolving global challenges, fine. So what was the venue for the 6th edition of the Commandants Conclave? Answer would be Pune. Let's see some important venues and host. Recently, which institute hosted the International Chess Federation FIDE rated chess tournament? Answer would be IIT Madras, okay. Also, IIT Madras has recently hosted All India Research Scholars Summit. Fine, you can be asked that which institute has hosted the All India Research Scholars Summit? Answer would be IIT Madras. Recently, which country hosted the 17th Annual International Biocuration Conference? Answer is India. Recently, which country hosted the first International Rainbow Tourism Conference? This is the country Nepal. Recently, which Indian stadium becomes the first BCCI accredited venue with a new hybrid pitch? Answer is Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium. Which one of the following city is the venue of India's first beachside startup festival named as Emerge 2024? India's first beachside startup festival took place in Mangaluru. Fine. Next is, which ministry recently launched the Capacity Building on Design and Entrepreneurship program? So this is Department of Higher Education in Ministry of Education. They have launched this CBTE program where nearly 130 participants attended it, including the officials, industry mentors, and the representatives of selected higher education institutions, okay. And this program is led by Industry Academia Collaboration Basic aim is to foster the problem solving skills and entrepreneurial mindset among the students. So 30 HEIs will actually receive the mentorship to integrate design and entrepreneurship development into their curriculum, which is supported by the industry experts like Shri Manoj Kohli and different other personalities. Okay, so here correct answer is Ministry of Education. They have launched the capacity building on design and entrepreneurship program. Let's see some ministries that were in news. First is Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers recently launched the Meditech Stackathon 2024 at which place? Here answer is New Delhi. Which ministry launched the Cool Summers of India campaign in Dubai during the Arabian Travel Mart 2024? Arabian Travel Mart took place in Dubai and Cool Summers of India campaign was launched here by our Ministry of Tourism. Okay. Border Road Organization recently celebrated their 65th Raising Day comes under which ministry? Recently they have celebrated their 65th Foundation Day and BRO comes under Ministry of Defense. Okay. Central Drugs Standard Control Organization recently seen in the news operates under which ministry? This organization works under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Recently, who has been appointed as secretary at director level in the National Jute Board in Kolkata under the Ministry of Textile? This is Mr. Shashi Bhushan Singh. He is the new secretary at director level in the National Jute Board, which works under Ministry of Textile. Last question is, how many medals were won by India in the Asian Open Pickleball Championship 2024? So India showcased the dominance at the Asian Open Pickleball Championship that took place in Vietnam, where they have clinched 3 gold and 2 bronze medals, which actually highlights India's prowess in pickleball on the international stage, right? So overall, how many medals were won by India in this championship? Answer is A option, that is 5. Okay. Let's see some important championships that were in news. The first one is Harshit Kumar, who recently won a gold medal in the 21st Under 20 Asian Athletics Championship 2024, belongs to which sport? Harshit Kumar is associated with hammer throw. Okay, and recently he has clinched the gold in this championship. Jonathan Christie, who recently won his first Asian Badminton Championship, belongs to which country? So he is associated with the country Indonesia, and recently he has won his first Asian Badminton Championship. Where was the Asian Wrestling Championships 2024 held? Answer would be Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. Okay, and in this championship, India has won how many medals? 9 medals. Who won the 56th National Kho-Kho Championship 2023-24? The winner of this championship is Maharashtra. And if we talk about the men's category, winner is Maharashtra by defeating the Indian Railways team. And if you talk about the women's category, winner is again Maharashtra, but by defeating the Airport Authority of India team. Okay. Recently, where was the Asian River Rafting Championship organized? This championship took place in Shimla, Himachal Pradesh. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide, you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Zahadsana signing off.